What are the myths that people have about executive assistants? Are they any or are they none? And if they are there, what are they? Because one of the things that we need to understand is, are there any myths that are related to executive assistants and the reason why they have a stigma or they don't have any stigma? The first myth that they have, that most people will have about executive assistants, is like, they are not important. Is it true? Is it true that executive assistants are unimportant? Can we actually say they are not important in our organization? Are we sitting there and saying, I don't see what part they are playing? If they are not playing any part, we don't need them. Is it true? Is it true in your organization? Is it true for you? Do you believe that? And if you believe that, can you answer the following question? If you say that the technology has taken over, are you saying that MS Word is going to redraft an email that has got errors? Is MS Word going to do that for you? Do we need somebody to actually look at that email and correct it and redraft it again? If we do, does technology actually take place of the executive assistants? Maybe it's something we need to think about. Can we also answer the following question and actually say that an answering machine is going to pick the phone and say that, you know what, we are having an issue right now. We cannot attend to you. Because what an answering machine does, it says, thank you for calling, please leave your message. That's all. It doesn't tell you what is happening. When you have an executive assistant there, it means that there's somebody to say, right now we are having a managerial crisis and we can actually not attend to you, we will call you back. Can an answering machine do that for you? Supposing your executive has lost it and actually was in a meeting and everything went haywire and right now is hysterical, can an answering machine tell the person calling, I'm sorry, the executive cannot answer the call right now. He's in a very bad mood. So why do we think that the executive assistant is unimportant? Or are we saying that the machine that you find in the office is going to answer a complaining customer and say, I'm sorry you got it wrong. I'm sorry we did this one wrong. Can a machine do that? If a machine cannot do, then it means we need the executive assistant. If we can sit and ask ourselves, is it true that the executive assistant role is not important? Can we actually say that? I don't think so. Do we also agree that it is a myth when you say that an executive assistant has got no influence? If we say that, do we believe in the hierarchy of influence? If we're going to think back about what the executive does, let us look at the work they do every day. The reports they prepare for the executives that go to meetings. The services they give to our clients, the services they give to the other people, to the colleagues, to the departments, to the project managers. Those assignments that they have on a daily basis have to be done excellently. And if they are going to be done excellently, it means they are offering services. If executive assistants are offering services and the lowest level of hierarchy of influence is offering services, and you cannot offer services if you don't understand who you are. The executive assistant is a unique role, and each executive assistant brings forth their uniqueness, and if they bring forth their uniqueness, it means they're able to give value. They're able to meet deadlines. It means that they're excellent. It means that they are able to move to the next level, and that is taking care of the executive, which means at the lowest level of influence, the executive assistant expresses themselves uniquely. They are able to deliver services, and they are able to take care of the executive. Therefore, do they have influence in our organizations or not? Maybe it's time to think, what is this hierarchy of influence? How are executive assistants influencing in organization? And maybe you're sitting there and you're saying, as an executive assistant, it will take me forever to be a successful assistant. Is that true? Is there ways we can learn? Do we know what we need to learn? Because the first step to know what we need to learn is to identify what is it that we did. Once we get what we need to learn, then we'll be able to learn those skills. And we said, we can learn the skills from peers. We can go back to school if that is possible. And if we create time to do that, we can learn. Those are just a few ways to learn new skills. The last myth I want to touch on is that the position or the title as an executive assistant will not make you successful. So you need actually a different title. Do you think so? I don't think so, because it has been said, even if you are working, just sweeping the streets, that's a job. That's a position. And any position you have, if you are not able to create influence, you can't create influence even if you are the CEO of a company. So go back there and think. You don't need any title to create influence. Wherever you are, you can create influence. The person sweeping the street, if you come in the morning and you find the street is clean, what do you feel? Do you feel great? If you feel great, that person has influenced your life, and you feel being in a clean place is good. So go out there and know that the myths, the challenges that are associated with the executive assistant, they're just myths.